Start to the new year at a Dallas nightclub. 4 people were shot at the Pink House near Empire Central and Stemmons Freeway. It happened around 3:45 this morning. Scoop Jefferson is live in our Dallas newsroom tonight after speaking with the family of one of the victims. Scoop?
Yeah, Izzy, although we're still waiting for police to identify the shooting victims from this early morning's shooting at the Dallas After Hours Club, family has identified one of them as Z Cannon, better known in the hip-hop world as Z the Wizard. Dallas police responded to that shooting call, as you mentioned, around 3:45 a.m. New Year's Day at the Pink House, Dallas. Officers found 4 people injured by gunfire, one of them critical. Now, family says the critical victim is Z the Wizard. Sources tell me he was shot multiple times. Z the Wizard is surrounded by family at a North Texas hospital tonight. I just spoke with Dallas attorney and music executive Torrance Burnett, who doesn't know Z the Wizard personally, but is familiar with his music, influence, and the impact on hip-hop among DFW artists.
In connection with the shooting death of Dallas rapper Zachary Fields, known commonly as Z the Wizard, Dallas police are saying 24-year-old Damian Robertson was arrested by U.S. Marshals. Fields was killed outside the Pink House, Dallas on New Year's Day. 4 others were also shot.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy 1K News and Reactions, man. Back at it with another video today. And before we get into the topic of our video, y'all already know what to do, man. Show your boy some love by hitting that like and subscribe button for me, man. Remember, all support is welcome and appreciated, and none of it, and I mean none of it, goes unnoticed. I appreciate y'all, man. So now getting right into the topic of our video of today, man, we have Z the Wizard, who was a rapper out of Dallas that unfortunately lost his life earlier this year after a shooting took place outside of a Dallas nightclub. Apparently, his killer has now been arrested, right? But there's a twist to this story. It was initially said that he was killed by a group of Mexicans who he had got into an altercation with in the club due to them getting thrown money on by Z and his crew, allegedly, right? It turns out that wasn't the case. His killer is actually standing right here next to him in this photo, who goes by the name of M.O.B. Damo, a longtime friend of Z and somebody he considered like family. Now, I can't show the video and won't show it on YouTube, but in the video you can see that Z was shot in the back of the head by Damo trying to shoot at someone else, right? Now, Damo took to Instagram. He shared his thoughts about this situation, right? He talked about Z and their past and, you know, how close he was to him and how much he misses him and, you know, how he gonna turn up for him, essentially, you know? But at the same time, to me, it just gives Backdoored vibes, man. I don't know why, but, you know, if I see my man in front of me, right, and I'm shooting back at somebody, why would I even take that risk of shooting if I know my man could possibly be hit anywhere in his body, let alone head tapped, right? You know, Damo could have did it differently, man. You know, he could have told Z, hey, Z, get down or watch out, or maneuvered at a different angle as to where the only people who could possibly get shot are the people he's shooting at, right? No one he came with, no one in his crew, and no possibility of a friendly fire situation like, unfortunately, Z became the victim of, man. It's tragic, man, and it's sad, you know. Z passed away at the age of only 25 years old, man. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to show fake love or pretend. I didn't listen to any of Z's music or know him until this situation had came about, right? But I still hate to see it happen to a young black brother that had a bright future, man, and could have possibly changed his family's lives, you know? I know bruh had so much to offer the world, and his life was cut short by his own mans, you know? It's just crazy to see, man. It's crazy, you know? But at the same time, I got to hold Z accountable too, right? R.I.P. Z. But let me hold you accountable by saying, bro, you shouldn't have even been in that situation, bro. You know, whoever you got into it with, you're the rapper. You're the breadwinner. You know, you the ticket, right? So you should have let your man handle that and shouldn't have even stepped outside, bro. You know what I mean? You can't be a boss and a foot soldier. You know what I'm saying, bro? Especially when you the meal ticket on the breadwinner. Sometimes you just got to step to the side and let your people handle that, right? And to an extent, it gives me kind of the situation that happened with King Von, as far as Von always wanting to be the one to, you know, do the hit and do the shooting. You know what I'm saying? When in fact, he was the breadwinner and the person who needed to be just put up and letting his crew handle everything, you know? You know, it's really just a sad situation. It's unfortunate, man. You know, so now it's just a loss for everybody all the way around the board, man. You know, first off, obviously Z lost his life. R.I.P. Z. Before the world gets to see his true potential and before his supporters really get to see who an artist they supported blows up, right? At such a young age of only 25. His family loses a son, a brother, a nephew, a cousin, and just a loved one in general, man, at a very young age. And lastly, M.O.B. Damo loses his life, right? Because now he's charged with Z's murder. For those of y'all who don't know, if you kill or injure an associate in the act of committing a felony, you get charged with their body. You know what I mean? So there's no winners in this situation, man. Even M.O.B. Damo, he was only 24 years old at the time of his arrest. So that's essentially a young life lost as well, if he is convicted of this. And once again, it's just a sad thing to see, man. You know, some backlash had actually came about on the internet due to the fact that Z's family had set up a GoFundMe asking for a $100K donation, right? That was their goal of 100,000. Now, people are saying, in almost all of Z's pics, you can see him with money, as you see right here, expensive cars, jewelry, you know, living very lavish. But why is his family asking for a donation or GoFundMe? You know what I'm saying? Z knows and is associated with rappers like Big X the Plug, with rappers like Zillionaire Doe, Head Huncho Amir, all out of Texas and all doing pretty well for themselves right now. So why does his family have to come out and ask for a GoFundMe donation after his death, you know? So all type of things like that arise when situations like this happens, man. You know, and it's just once again a sad thing to see, man. R.I.P. to Z. My condolences to his family, man. And y'all let me know what y'all think of this, man. Get in that comment section for me. Hit that like and subscribe button for me, man. And remember, all support is welcome and appreciated. It's your boy 1K News and Reactions, and I'm gone.